Furia wa Purikura, or in English, Pretty Cura, protagonists Naishige and Hanako Yugashiro are about two different people as they can get. Naishiro is the captain of the lacrosse team, a lover of food, and a hater of homework, while Hanako loves to learn, working with the science club, earning the nickname the Queen of Knowledge. From her fellow classmate, their lives are connected until one day when a mysterious star showers unite them. Naishige and Hoto meet Mippo and Mippo, two residents of the Guardian Light. Their homeland has been conquered by the evil forces of the Dark Zone, who now have their sights set on the Guardians of Rainbow, Earth. With power from the Guardian Light, Nashila becomes Cure Black, while Hanako becomes Cure White. Together, they are Pure Cure. Now, Pure Cure must locate the Prism Stones, the only strong power enough to defeat the Dark Zone, and will prepare the damages done to the Guardian of Light. Will these magical girls be able to protect their home from the evil that threatens it, or will they be sucked into darkness? This anime has about 49 episodes. It premiered February 1st, 2004 to January 30th, 2005. Based off an original series, it is action, comedy, and fantasy. In the demographic, it shows you each episode is 20 minutes per episode, and it's rated G for all ages. They have a ton, and Pretty Cure is a pretty massive universe, so there are tons of Pretty Cure of variations and other chronicles in the series. Now let's get started into the review. Now, what I was saying before about the Pretty Cure saga and series, they have a lot of other spin-offs and sequels and other different variations. We have Fresh Pure Cure, we have Heart Catch Pure Cure, we have a lot of Tropical Rogue Pure Cure, and then we're also getting another Pure Cure called Delicious Party Pure Cure. So we have a lot of different spins off Pure Cure along with music, but the Pretty Cure franchise is very vast and very big. It's growing, kind of like the anime version of Power Rangers, everything of that way. But overall, I think having these two girls from different sides of, social structure and status, they kind of the opposites to attract, and with these girls, opposite friendship attract, because one's very sporty while the other one's very bronze, which is not really a bad thing, how these two characters meet, because of their different personalities and, social groups, they are called upon by these two fairies, Meppo and Meepo, to help save their world. I think it's kind of the whole premise of the narrative of the story. I think they're like the first arc of this anime is to kind of like, it's kind of weird because of the pacing, and having this anime be the first of its series. Not, yeah, I think the first of the Precure series that came out in like the 2004 2005 era, depending on the timeline where we watch first. I think, you know, well, I think overall, just watching these two girls take on these big role responsibilities and how they are vastly different from each other, with Nagase and Hoko, they are really strong leads. They're written very well, and they have good friendship dynamic together. They focus on the importance of their family and their friends, which are really fleshed out really well developed, and having much this new strong interaction with their friends, their family, and now these new fairies who they have to help. I think also having characters that have a really a small genuine love interest in the series without trying to give too much away, but I'll see how they grow and develop over the course of these episodes. And one thing, I feel like the villains are pretty one noted. I think they're not as fleshed out as most characters we've seen from the Precure saga as we branched out with this vast series, but I think overall they did try their best. But I think once you start developing and launching more into Precure, you see most of the villains are kind of fleshed out. Some of them aren't, just depending on what series that you do watch in a Precure saga. But overall, the art style, vastly large and good design. Overall, the villains do get more revamped to them, more makeover as you start diving more and more into the series. But overall, having like the fairy kingdom, their queen, their kingdom, the pacing storyline does really good. I just wish this first half they just really picked up on the villains, like fleshed them out even more. But any type of villain trial area, you flesh them out some way or another, or to just become very one sided. And with this being like the very first entry in the Pretty Cure saga, and there's many more to follow. Like I said, this series and anime franchise is very vast, and I mean very vast and very big, and still growing to this day. So it's really interesting to see how like the series is continuing to grow and many spin-offs that soon follow. But I do like Pretty Cure with the story that it does tell, along with the narrative and the characters who they involve, along with I feel like the characters' growth that they try to show with all these different characters in the Pretty Cure background and how they kind of like show like their different characteristic and the power they form through friendship and bonds and the enemy that they face and the adversity that they face together through trying to keep their secret identities and managing a school life. But definitely check out the series for yourself and let me know what you think.